Hello, guys, and welcome to Cricket Caviar. What a divine knock from Sophie Devine. The New Zealand skipper has delivered, and it's another upset in the Women's World T20. India going down by a huge margin of 58 runs, and it was a dominating performance from the Kiwis. They had come to the World Cup really struggling versus some good teams, and they had a record of 10 consecutive losses, which they have now broken by defeating India. They have given a crushing blow to India, who were building up the expectations in their own country by marketing a lot about women's cricket. There has been the WPL, which was started 2 years back, and this time there was a campaign that you're only a half fan if you're not following women's cricket. And even Rohit Sharma came into that campaign and supported women's cricket. There was so much of expectations built up, and probably Harmanpreet Kaur's last World Cup, Sama Singh. So there are so many things going around, and India has only reached final once. It was in 2020 when they lost to Australia. But since then, it has been all Australia who has dominated the T20 World Cups. Last edition final was Australia versus South Africa, which was played in South Africa, and Australia won there also. And again, India is now, you can say that it's very improbable that they can reach to the final stages. It has to be a lot of, they would have to rely on other results like Australia losing to New Zealand, and maybe New Zealand running away with the group, or Pakistan doing something extraordinary. So India has Pakistan on Sunday, and New Zealand has Australia, I think, on Monday. So it's going to be a great fun there, watching these two rivals go head to head. But coming to this match, Sophie Devine, what a player. You know, New Zealand got a great start. They were flying. They were 6 overs, 55. They were easily cruising into the match, and it was Georgia Plimmer who was batting beautifully. She was just beautiful. 34 of 23, and Deepti Sharma, who was not even trying to turn the ball, she got smashed in the power play. She got smashed in the death, and in the death. I mean, Sophie Devine was just brilliant. In the middle overs, actually, India pulled back things, and New Zealand could only manage to score 17 runs in the phase from 7th to 10th over. In that 4 over phase, they could only manage 17 runs, and they lost both the openers. And it seemed like India would manage to restrict New Zealand to 130, 140. But Sophie Devine just changed her gears, and even though Amelia Kerr was struggling on the other end, she managed to change her gears. She was brilliant against spin. She changes her stance when she plays spin versus how she plays pace. And I thought she was just amazing. Her footwork was great. She was finding the gap. She was running hard. Even there was a controversial moment when they actually ran 2 runs, and the ball was dead. The umpires. It was a funny scene where one of the umpires was actually tying their shoelaces, and the other umpire was busy in giving the handkerchief back to the bowler. So that was a funny moment. And in the middle of that, New Zealand attempted a second run. And if they attempted a second run, I believe that should have been given out, because it was totally fair from Harmanpreet Kaur's end to throw the ball down and get the run out. But unfortunately, the umpires didn't agree to that. They said the ball was dead because they were already busy in their own activities, and they didn't notice what was going on the field. But I think it was a fair appeal from India. But it didn't matter much because Amelia Kerr got out the very next over, and she didn't contribute much. In fact, her contribution with the bat was almost negative, scoring 13 runs out of 22 balls. But Sophie Devine, she just kicked on the divine, gear after that. And the best was Brooke Halliday coming in, and I thought she looked like a strokeless wonder. She was not able to get off any shots, but suddenly she plays 2 or 3 beautiful reverse sweeps to the off spin of Deepti Sharma in the 18th over, and that over was really costly to India. It really gave the momentum back to the White Ferns, the Kiwis team. The nickname of New Zealand women's team is the White Ferns, and then they managed to get 10 runs and 10 runs off the last 2 overs itself, and get to 160. And I think once they reached 160 on these bigger grounds of Dubai, where it's almost impossible to hit sixes, once they reached 160, I think India panicked there. India lost all hopes. They just were confused what to do. If you see most of the wickets, they are just confused, half-hearted shots, chipping the ball in the air, just hoping for something. And Harmanpreet, her tendency to play across the line has been exposed again. She was going for that shot, and it was given out by the umpire, and it was umpire's call on review. I thought it would be a wasteful review because I thought it was hitting the stumps, but she again chose to review it. But I thought the most important batsman would be Smriti Mandhana, but again, a very high risk shot with the long off back. You are trying to smash the spinner over long off. It made no sense at all to do that in the power play where you have so many other options, to go. But I think they knew Smriti Mandhana's strength because Sophie Devine also plays a lot with Smriti Mandhana in the Royal Challengers Bangalore. So she knew that Smriti will go and try to play with the spin and go straight, which for Smriti may be a low risk shot, but with the long off on the boundary, it was always going to be high risk. And hence, that was a very good, very well planned decision. And first of all, we have to talk about Sophie Devine's captaincy. I mean, such a brave decision of choosing to bat first on a ground like Dubai, where we all know it's a chasing ground and there is some dew also in this season. But she took that brave decision. She said that she'll put the runs on the board, and she did that. They had an amazing aggressive approach throughout the power play, and in the death they actually scored us 55 in the power play and 51 in the death over, so 106 runs in those 11 overs, and in the other 9 overs they were actually okay, 55 around, run a ball kind of thing in the mid overs. But I think they planned the innings brilliantly. And Maddie Green, someone who came at the end at number 6 position, she also, started to attack. She played a scoop shot, in fact, which was really amazing and surprising for me, managing to do that to Shreyanka Patel, who is known as a good death bowler. But I didn't understand why Shreyanka Patel didn't complete her quota, why they were persisting with Deepti. Uh, I mean, Deepti just gave away too many runs. She was not even trying to turn the ball in the end. The ball was not gripping at all for her. I don't know why Deepti was given again and again when she was clearly out of form with the ball, and she didn't. She was just bowling normal, slower ones. Like it had no turn or no spin. I don't know what was the planning there. And yeah, I mean, poor fielding by India also. We saw Renuka missing a normal ground fielding and letting the ball go to the ropes. And then we saw Richa Ghosh, most unathletic keeper in the world. I think she is only present because of her big hitting prowess and some backing from Julan Goswami. We saw her dropping an easy catch, and it was just the unathleticness of Richa Ghosh that she managed to drop. She was not in the position to catch that at all. She couldn't have caught it. And when you need the big hitting from Richa Ghosh, it's almost never there. I think out of the million matches that she has played, she may have won one or two in the Asian Games or something. But apart from that, we never see Richa Ghosh delivering for India. So the team combination, I thought Asha bowled well, but I'm missing someone like Sneh Rana so badly in this team. I want Sneh Rana to come back to this Indian team and save us from this thing because I think we are already out of the tournament. To be honest, 58 runs is a big defeat, and this is a group of death. You have Australia, New Zealand, you have Sri Lanka, you have Pakistan. So it's not like you have a team like Papua New Guinea where you can relax. But I thought the thing was that once they saw 160 on the board, they just totally collapsed. They were absolutely done in by the confidence of Sophie Devine that first she chooses to bat first. That puzzles Harmanpreet Kaur. Oh my God, what is she doing? She's choosing to bat first. Then they go absolutely berserk in the power play. They score 55 runs. They attack India's best bowlers. And even after India managed to pull back things, they again changed their gear. Sophie Devine plays a brilliant knock and totally trumps India. They are totally puzzled what happened to them, what hit them. They are shocked. And once they reach 160, India panicked badly. And it was just, they hit the panic button. Everyone from Shafali Verma to Smriti Mandhana to Harmanpreet Kaur, they just hit the panic button. Most reliable batsman of Indian team also, Jemima, couldn't also get, it was another half-hearted shot. So nothing from Indian side to talk about, but so much from New Zealand, who accommodated Amelia Kerr's slow knock also within their. I think the opener Plymouth was brilliant. Plymouth, hats off, they found this new talent like Plymouth, Maddie Green, who don't play WPL or any other big leagues, but they are so effective. Really helped New Zealand to take this win. And look at the New Zealand bowlers, Carson, Mayer, and also Tahu, who bowling brilliantly. Tahu was in fact unlucky not to get a four for here. A catch was dropped off Deepti Sharma. She would have got a four for there. And but I'm happy that Mayer got a four for, and I think the spinners were brilliant. Amelia Kerr bowled a beautiful googly to Shriyanka Patel, and it was amazing how the Kiwis and Sophie Devine doing it on the field, also taking so many catches. So it was just a brilliant performance from Sophie Devine. And on the other hand, we had West Indies women losing to South Africa. Marison Cap was brilliant. She took both the important wickets of Haley Matthews and Deandra Dottin. And then Laura Volvada doing what Laura Volvada does well, scoring those runs, chasing it down with 10 wickets in hand, and easy win for South Africa there. So lot happening in the women's T20. Let's see what happens next, and I'm really excited to follow this tournament. So a lot of upsets. This is an upset, although New Zealand had a 9-4 head-to-head record versus India. I'll still call this as an upset because of the current form of New Zealand. They had come in losing 10 matches, and India were seen as one of the favorites. So I'll say this is an upset, and plus West Indies losing. So So thank you guys for watching our channel. Please subscribe our channel. Cricket Caviar will bring more content on cricket. Thank you for watching us. Take care. Good night.